So the Trinity introduces some very significant problems into divine simplicity. Now, the traditional model is to say that the Trinity is distinctions of relation. So Thomas Aquinas, for example, would argue that the Trinity is the distinctions in the Trinity are relational distinctions, and it is that the Father is unbegotten, the Son is begotten, and the Spirit is proceeding from the Father and the Son. That last part, the Greek Orthodox would say just from the Father. He's proceeding from the Father and not from the Son. Now, from a modern perspective, there are people who are saying divine simplicity is just a problem. We need to either heavily modify it or get rid of it. And so one example of this is the social Trinitarian view, which says that each person in God is a distinct consciousness that has everything that God is in each one, but they are actual individuals. In this case, there is the positive aspect of we've preserved that each person is their own thing in some sense, but it's really hard to then not have three gods, because they aren't necessarily, they're not identical to each other. One, which is, I mean, that's kind of universally affirmed, that the persons aren't identical to each other. But in classical theism, the view is that each person is identical to the essence, and then the essence, the only difference is a difference of relation. So they're all contained within this essence, if you want to think of it that way. But even containing is a problem. Like there's challenges there. But in social Trinitarianism, they want to affirm like some sort of distinct like modes, or not modes. They want to have actual distinct persons within God, whatever that looks like, so the essence of God. And it's hard to see how either that's not just introducing parts, which the church has affirmed as being a problem for centuries and, well, millennia really, or if each one is fully God in every sense, but they are not each other, and they are only unified in some way, then, well, that produces three gods who just happen to be unified.